Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce week 8 to you, which is July the 14th through July the 20th. We're looking at subjunctive with doubt and denial, and we're doing some assessing and reviewing. You want to study pages 337 to 340 and pages 318 to 340. At the end of this, at the end of completing these activities, you guys should be able to form the subjunctive independent clauses following expressions of doubt, uncertainty, or denial. You should be able to recognize phrases that signal doubt, uncertainty, and denial. Um, you should also know when to use the subjunctive mood. You should be able to read two short texts on a travel experience and a famous Colombian singer and be able to answer some short answer questions on what you've read to demonstrate your ability to read and comprehend short passages in Spanish, to identify body parts and the vocabulary needed to discuss physical ailments, as well as vocabulary used to discuss your eating habits, like what types of food are good for you and what are bad. You should also be able to identify and form usted commands and know when to use them. You should be able to form the subjunctive used in sentences making indirect suggestions. You should be able to identify key phrases that signal the use of the subjunctive. This week's assignments address student learning outcomes 1, 2, and 4, and all of this week's work is due on the 18th. You want to start the same way as always by watching your instructor made videos. So you have some videos on, or a video on the subjunctive with doubt and denial. So you'll watch that video, then you'll come back out here, click on the class participation forum, click on the thread, hit reply, and post any questions or concerns you have about the material covered in the video. If you don't have any questions or concerns, you still need to post that because this is an assignment, so you have to post something or you will get a 0. You have a reading comprehension quiz. So you'll read the two passages, one, Un viaje largo, and Juan es un cantante colombiano. After you're done reading the passages, then you'll click on the quiz. You can see the passages again here. You'll fill in what's missing in the, like there's a short answer question and part of the answer is given. You fill in what was missing. And then the rest of them are true, false, and you'll just read the statement and decide whether if the statement is true or false based upon what you read in the paragraphs. Okay. Um, then you also have assignment 9 where you're going to go into my language labs and you're going to complete these SAM and extra practice activities. Remember, if you click this link, it will take you out to my language labs. You can do the assignments as many times as you would like, but remember, if you're doing it more than 3 times, that I suggest reaching out to me so that I can explain to you what you're doing wrong. Oral dialogue 3, you would have been workshopping that. So I think it's up here actually in the 30th still. So here's your oral dialogue 3. By the time you get to this week, it will be right above this oral dialogue. You'll want to open it up. Remember, we workshopped it where you wrote a script, then a classmate critiqued it as well as I did. Now you're supposed to record it. When you go in there, you want to look for the critique that I gave you that should have my name by it. Take that script, and when you're ready to make your recording, click on this link. Remember, I've given you more than one way to do the recording. You can do a VidGrid video, which is like what I'm doing right now. This will explain to you how to do that. You just click record, but remember, you'll get a URL and you need to paste that into your submission. If you want to use some recording device on your computer, that's fine. This video will tell you how to embed it into your submission. You could use Vocaroo, which is the link here, takes you to Vocaroo, and this tells you how to make a Vocaroo recording. But remember, again, you'll need to paste your URL into your submission. And option 4 just tells you how to do it on YouTube with your phone. But again, you'll need to paste a URL into your submission. So this is the rubric I'll use to grade you. And when you're ready, you hit add a submission. You'll paste your URL here, or if you're embedding something, you'll click that media button. Okay. And then we have test 4 this week as well, which is on chapter 10. So when you're ready, you open up the quiz. This one is El Cuerpo Humano. You're just going to list the body part that's shown. Be sure to include the correct definite article in your answer. So just don't write mouth, write the mouth, etc. Okay, so you have mouth, neck, leg, ear, finger, hand, foot. Then, ¿cómo se define? Match each of the following body parts or common medicines, the correct definition or description. So here's a description, here's the body part. Just write the body part, like the letter that's next to the body part, next to its description. So you'll just write A through J here. Here, así practicamos los mandatos formales. Complete each of the following sentences with the correct formal command form of the verb in parentheses. So pay attention to whether you're telling one person or multiple people what to do, okay, because it would look different. Una semana difícil. It seems everyone's having a difficult week. Complete each of the following sentences with the correct form of the logical verb. So you'll take the verb that's in parentheses, pick which verb in parentheses would make the most sense, and then put it in its most logical form, which I think here you're just choosing between using present tense, subjunctive, and possibly the infinitive. Okay, es la residencia estudiantil. You and a friend are about to move into the student residence on campus. A third friend has sent you some rules to keep in mind while living in student housing. Complete each of them with the correct ustedes command form of the logical verb from the word bank. So you'll complete those do's and don'ts with the ustedes commands, because it's more than one, just telling both of you, you and your friend. So pick the verb that would make most sense and then put it into the ustedes command. No me sentí bien. Complete Oscar's narration of the last time he felt ill. Fill in the blanks in each sentence with the logical word from the word bank. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Just read through that and then fill in the words that would best complete the paragraph. Here, some of the following sentences require the use of the subjunctive while others do not. Complete each of them with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. So decide whether you need the subjunctive or not. If you don't, then it would be either present or it would be the infinitive. You have decided to consult with a nutritionist to improve your diet. The following are her recommendations. Complete each sentence with the logical vocabulary word from the word bank. So you'll read the sentence and fill in the word from the word bank that would best complete it. Listening, you're gonna play this recording here. It says Mariela is living alone for the first time in her life. She needs some advice. Listen to each situation carefully, then choose the most logical command. And you can just write A or B in the blank. Here, complete the following sentences expressing emotions or feelings by choosing the appropriate verb. So just read through the sentence and decide which verb makes the most sense, right? A, B, or C. Escoger, do the following sentences express doubt and denial? Complete them by choosing the appropriate verb form. So decide whether, remember, if it is doubt or denial, that it should be subjunctive. If it's not, then it should not be in the subjunctive tense. It should be in the present tense. So go through and decide which would make the most sense here, and you can just write A, B, C, or D. Here, ¿a qué categoría pertenece? Do you know to which category each of the following words belongs? For each one, decide whether it is a bebida alcohólica, proteína, grasa, or comida chatarra. So you'll write that in the blank: bebida alcohólica, proteína, grasa, etc. Here, complete each of the following sentences with a logical word from the word bank. So read the sentences and then pick the word from the word bank and plug it in. And that's everything you have to do for this